Now we've seen that fats and oils are triglycerides. Now the firmness of the fat, whether it's liquid or solid, is determined by the types of fatty acids attached to the glycerol molecule. And the shorter the fatty acids attached, the lower the melting point of the fat. And a low melting point means that the fat will be liquid at room temperature. Now, similarly, the more unsaturated the fatty acids that are attached, the lower the melting point. So triglycerides composed of unsaturated fatty acids are therefore liquid at room temperature. And there are examples including numerous vegetable oils, sunflower oil, corn oil, olive oil, peanut oil, canola oil, soy oil. They all consist mostly of unsaturated fatty acids, and they're liquid at room temperature. Now, butter is solid at room temperature. And that's because it mostly contains saturated fatty acids. Now, triglycerides containing mostly saturated fatty acids are chemically more stable, and they're less prone to oxidation, which negatively impacts the properties of the fat or oil. Now, there's one process I would like to mention that's called hydrogenation. And hydrogenation describes the process in which unsaturated fatty acids are converted into saturated fatty acids. And hydrogenation makes the oil more stable and less prone to spoilage. And it's a common process in food manufacturing, or at least it used to be. And it also leads to conversion of the cis fatty acids naturally present in foods into trans fatty acids. And these trans fatty acids have a negative influence on health that we'll discuss later in the course. Now, the double bonds within unsaturated fatty acids that are naturally present in foods are in the so-called cis configuration. And in the cis configuration, the adjacent hydrogen atoms are in the same side of the double bond. Now, the cis configuration gives a kink in the molecular shape of the molecule. Now, the trans configuration means that the two hydrogen atoms are bound to opposite sides of the double bond, which results in the more linear fatty acids. Now, trans fatty acids form during industrial processing of oils, but can also be formed in the stomach of ruminants. And as I said, we'll discuss their health effects later in the course.